Hello and welcome to Styling Diva. Today we're doing a stamped nail polish design on top of a gold base. And this is my base color here. It's a Revlon color. It's kind of a metallic gold. And I'm trying out this stamping success, but so far I'm getting somewhere anyway. So what I find is that you really have to press very hard and kind of hold it. Otherwise the stamp doesn't come off of the stamper. And you can see there's a little bit left there. But I am getting some of the floral print that I have here onto my nail, so that's kind of cool. And this is the first time that I've done this with any success. I tried to make a video last week using this and I had problems, so I figured the best thing to do is to get used to it and figure out the finer points of this, which seem to be that the polish on the floral stamp, which I'm using this one today, this has to be clean off this stamp here to make sure that we don't transfer anything that we don't want onto our next nail. And this is a really fun and easy way to get a rather complex design onto your nail if you can master the technique without having to actually paint it, which is why I bought it, because I wanted to see how easy it was to do this. So there is a bit of a learning curve, but other than that, it's if you can get it to work, it comes out pretty neat. So okay, so I'm using a card to scrape the nail polish off the stamper, and now I'm going to put that onto my stamp by pressing down nice and hard and sort of rolling off it. As you can see, I have some stamp onto the stamper, and I'm just going to press and hold it, and I'm pressing quite firmly. At the same time, I roll it across the nail. And there you go. There's a little bit of design on there. This one didn't stuck to the stamper, which probably means that the polish was not quite set enough when I took it off. So what you can do in that case is just take a little bit of the stamp and cover the spots that you missed. And since this is my first attempt, I'm not really being too particular on how it looks. So, but it actually looks pretty cool. Okay, so I just want to pick up a little bit of this pattern, and I'm just going to put it on the tip of this nail right there. Press and hold and roll without sliding the stamper. It looks a little bit better. I've got another flower on the end of the nail, and these nails so far look pretty cool. So, and the advantage to this, and the reason why I decided to try this, was to see if the average person could do this on their right hand, or if you're left-handed, on your opposite hand, shall we say. Because a lot of times the very fancy floral art, the beautiful things that are on YouTube, are pretty complex and difficult to paint onto your opposite hand. In my case, I'm slightly ambidextrous, so that helps me, but I realize a lot of people aren't. So let's see how easy we can stamp this pattern onto the other side. Let's take off the excess polish, pick the pattern up on the stamp, okay, that time I tried angling the card a little bit and I seem to get a much better, and I got a transfer, which is great. Okay, so we'll just go across the top of this nail, pressing down nice and hard and rolling, and there we go, we've got a much better. So I am definitely honing my technique here. That time I didn't let the polish dry as much, and I also angled my card instead of putting my card straight. Instead of going like this, I actually drew it across on an angle like this, and that left more polish in the engraving. So we're going to try that again. Oh, and it worked. Okay, Works much better like this. So to clean the stamper. Now grab the nail polish. Got a nice transfer, and we're gonna go over it right now. Nice. Okay, we're getting the hang of this much better. Okay, so it seems to work better if I clean in between. And I really think drawing the card across at an angle is the key to leaving enough polish in the indentations to make a nice transfer. Okay, so let's see. Wipe the edge of the card off. And it's pretty dry right away, so I'm not worried about smudging it right now. So my card's on an angle like so, not straight up and down, I'm on an angle. I'm going like this. And I left a nice amount of polish there. And I'm going to pick it up. Got a nice transfer, just got to watch because on the side there's some kind of problem there. I didn't get that on my nail, so. It's nice, but I'm missing a bit of something on the corner of that nail, but not really a problem. I can always add more to it later if I want. Actually, I think I've got the hang of this now. And once you do have the hang of it, it should go quite quickly, and you can easily come up with some really fantastic, complicated sort of designs that you would not be able to hand paint. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Going to angle the card across, not like this, like this. Got a nice transfer. And I'm just gonna roll it on. Pressing nice and hard and rolling across the nail like so. And that one actually turned out very nice. Nice transfer there, so I'm gonna go just straight across like so. Pressing and rolling. And again, it left like a little bit of polish, black polish, but the rest of the design came out quite good. So there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my top coat, and then we're finished with this really kind of cool sort of oriental looking design. I would recommend waiting until this is thoroughly dry before you do put a top coat, because otherwise you're apt to smear the design or just remove it entirely. So in the meantime, while you're waiting for that to happen, you can just clean up around the edge of the nail, because sometimes the black polish gets a little bit onto the fingers. It's a really fun and easy way to do like a really complex design that you could never hand paint. So some people can. Some people's hands shake, and other people are less ambidextrous even than I am, so this to me seems like an interesting option, and I think I'm going to give it a A grade. I'm going to recommend it as a way of doing a really nice manicure at home yourself and not having to pay for a fancy manicure. And it actually doesn't take very long either. So, there you go.